What is going on, everyone? Leon checking in, and we're at it again with another video. Now in today's video we'll be talking about the disappearing or grayed out USB preference problem I've been experiencing between the Google Pixel line, the Google Pixelbook Go, and Charge Sync cables. Now I'm mentioning these items specifically because they're the only combination of devices that I've been able to duplicate this problem with. Specifically, this problem is only duplicated between these two devices when using a Google branded Charge Sync cable or another branded Charge Sync cable like Aukey. Interesting enough, those cables that didn't work with these devices worked with other Chromebooks such as the Google Pixelbook and the Lenovo Chromebook Duet 5 paired with a Google Pixel line device. Now that also possibly means that the Pixel 5a and the Pixel line are not the problem here, as these devices work with those other Chromebooks. And another interesting note is my other device, a Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 that I'm using to record this video. It happens to work fine with the Google Pixelbook Go with those cables that don't work fine when we are using the Google Pixel 5a or another Pixel line device. So as you can tell, this problem is very confusing. Now for reference, when it comes to my Google Pixelbook Go, I'm using the 8th gen Intel Core i5 unit with 16 gigs of RAM and 128 SSD. Now all things said, this is where the community comes in handy. If you've noticed this issue with the same or similar items, please let us know in the comments below. Also, if you've noticed this issue between, say, another Chromebook or another smartphone, please let us know in the comments below as well. So of course that brings us to the solution for the problem, and that is use a different cable. Now cables that have resolved the issue between the Google Pixel line and the Google Pixelbook Go include the Amazon Basics brand and Anchor. Now if you've been using another branded cable that hasn't caused any problems between these two devices, please let us know in the comments below as well. Now following in this video, I'm going to demonstrate the problem between these two devices if you haven't seen it, or maybe you're thinking of getting one of these devices and want to know what to expect. And I'll also be demonstrating the solution using the Amazon Basics branded USB-C to USB-C cable. I have a 2.0 and a 3.1 spec here. Now I like these cables because they're affordable and work well. That being said, you can find them in the description below if you're interested in buying them. As always, we only feature products or services I buy, use, or am interested in. All things said, let's go ahead and get into it. Now in order to demonstrate this issue, I'm going to use the Google branded cable first. So I'm going to plug one end into the Google Pixelbook Go, and then we'll plug the other end into our Google Pixel 5a 5G. And you can see if we swipe down here, our USB preference options disappear fairly quickly. That's the first problem. So we're going to try and catch that, and we have to behave quickly here. So we're going to plug in, swipe down, tap on that twice. That gets us in. And this leads to the second problem here, which is this bottom menu, the menu that you'd probably want to access to transfer files, photos, videos, anything like that. It's all grayed out. So you can't tap on anything to actually start a transfer process. Now it's time for a solution. Now first we have the Amazon Basics branded 2.0 cable. And I wanted to buy new cables because I wanted to see if the new Amazon Basics branded cables will still work like the old ones I've been using that remedied this issue. So we'll try this one first by plugging it into the Google Pixelbook Go, and then plugging the other end into the Google Pixel 5a 5G. We'll swipe down here, and you can see, unfortunately, our USB preference options have disappeared. So same result, this cable is not going to work here. And that's what makes solving this problem really difficult. So next we'll have our Amazon Basics branded 3.1 cable. So we'll plug one end into our Google Pixelbook Go, and then we'll plug the other end into the Google Pixel 5a 5G, and then we'll swipe down here. Now you can see that our USB preference options are staying. That is a plus here. We're going to tap on this, and you can see all our options are available. So we can actually tap on file transfer Android Auto, and we can actually use that. So this cable I'll put in the description below. The other cable I'll still leave in the description, but I'll just put in there that it didn't really work in this case, because who knows, you may want it as a charge cable. But if I had to recommend, I would just buy this one. That way you don't confuse your cables and then you have issues syncing with your Google Pixelbook Go. So let's wrap things up. Overall, this has been a problem that's been happening for a really long time. And feedback is what's really going to solve this issue. So please let us know in the comments below if you've tried this cable, if it's worked for you, or maybe you've tried a different cable and that solved the issue. But again, anything that you've done that is related to this issue, let us know in the comments below. That'll help others out. So that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed it and found it useful, please leave a like. If you're watching on YouTube and have any questions or comments, as always, drop those down below and I'll do my best to answer them. Now, there are 3 ways you can support the content. The first way is to click on the Amazon storefront link in the description below. There you'll find items that I have bought or would like to buy, and anything you buy from the storefront does support the content. The next way you can show your support is just by sharing this video with someone who might enjoy it or find it useful. And the last way you can show your support is just by clicking the subscribe button. Now, liking and subscribing are important because those are your ways to vote on whether you like the content. Liking and subscribing are also important for new viewers and listeners. If new viewers and listeners see likes and subscribers, they're going to think that the content is helpful, worth watching, and listening to. As always, thanks for watching, and may the universe flow in your favor. And until next time, Leon checking out.
You